Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Steel Tarot. Today is Sunday, July 2nd. Hope everyone's July is off to a great start. I feel like the month of June just went by so quickly. And so now that we've transitioned out of June, I will move away from using the Pride Tarot deck, which I used the past couple of weeks. I'll move back to the Robinwood Tarot deck. So July is kind of, hey, this is a fun time. It's, the height of the summer, usually a lot of vacations, travel, that kind of thing. Of course, we have July 4th, so it's an exciting time. So we'll kind of get a sense as to like what we can expect for the month, right? I do like it sometimes when these readings fall like within the first or the second day of the month, so I can kind of focus on the theme for the month and kind of challenges and that kind of thing. So that's what we'll do today. And then, I'll gauge it. Sometimes I don't like to say I'm going to pull oracle cards. I'll clarify with other cards because sometimes you get into the reading and you feel your just intuition and system just gives you other thoughts, right? So let's just jump right into it here. We'll use cards in the upright position. We'll start with the theme for the month. Theme for the month is the 10 of Pentacles. So pretty abundant, prosperous month, it sounds like. How is the month going to start? 10 of Cups. Wow. Okay, so love to see this. Love to see 10, 10. So we get two 10s. You maybe at the ending of a cycle. We'll see what else we can glean from this. What might be a challenge you might incur this month? The Emperor. Okay, the Emperor is the challenge. What is the solution, or how can you further gain alignment, right? Let's think about like the law of attraction and what that means to be aligned, right? So alignment is having positive vibration that feels good. You can tell the way you can tell your vibration based upon how you feel. So if you're aligned with something and you're allowing things into your experience, you will feel good. You will feel emotions of hope, excitement, that kind of thing. If you're feeling doubts and fears, then that's kind of where you're not necessarily aligned. So let's see. What is the solution to the alignment? Is the Five of Swords. Okay, that's an interesting one. Definitely suggests a little bit of conflict, right? And then what can you do to make things work? What can you do to make things work? Okay, the Ace of Wands. Really nice. And let's see. And then how to get started. The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so let's just look at this. Let's just look at the layout for a moment, okay? So we have one major arcana card. We have the Emperor, and the Emperor is in the challenge, okay? So we'll get to that. I think just starting with the theme of the month. The theme of the month is the Ten of Pentacles. This is all about feeling very prosperous and abundant, right? So maybe you're having something that is coming to fruition this month, something is paying off. This could be in regards to a job, a career, could be some sort of a bonus, could be some sort of like a financial reward or something. Regardless, and it could just be that like you're kind of looking at your accounts, you're like, hey, I'm doing pretty damn good. This could be like the gratitude, right? This could be coming in and expressing that gratitude and feeling like things are going well for me. Like I am comfortable. I have a comfortable space. I have a comfortable home. I have everything that I really, really need in my life. That's what this card really represents. The Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, I mean, they're in this abundant garden, right? And this is kind of this arch with all the pentacles on it. But, it's a family kind of situation here. We have the older generation with the younger generation. We have a couple that seems to be in love behind us, but they're retained behind this brick wall. But by and large, everything, even what appears to be on the other side of the wall, is it's very nice. It's very luxurious. So this is all about luxury too, right? So this could be a little bit about, too, when we talk about the theme for the month, this could be about treating yourself well. Maybe spoiling yourself a little bit. Maybe, I'm just thinking, like, maybe this could be, like, going all out. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you do that upgrade. If you're going away, you're going on a vacation, or you're going away for a long weekend with your significant other or somebody, this could be like spending the extra money for the upgrade. This is saying you've got the money, you're spending the money, you're going for that upgrade from like a inner suite to maybe you're getting like a balcony or something like that, or you're getting like a cabin or a cabana or something really nice. This could be about like just putting out the extra money to really go out and enjoy yourself. And I think that's a great way to kind of handle it here. How the month is going to start, I mean, this is coming in hot. Like you're feeling love from all the different angles. The Ten of Cups is all about that family life. So whether or not, you're spending July 4th week, or just the day with family and loved ones, this is a very high vibe, positive emotion feel. This is the feeling of emotional connection, love, appreciation. This is the realization you've got everything you want, and which is kind of aligns with these two themes, right? The tens are all about like finality, kind of reaching the end. Like you've been through some of the tough times in love. You've been through some of the the hard work that comes in the pentacles in the earlier phases, but you've really come to the end, and it's starting to show. You might start to feel like you're hard at work, your efforts. If you've been doing anything in the law of attraction, like visualizing and using scripting and anything along those lines, this could be suggesting to me or to any of you that this is coming to fruition this month. This is a very, very strong start to the month in a very, very positive way. Looks amazing. With regards to the greatest challenge, right? Let's with the Emperor. So the Emperor is in the Major Arcana card, and this is somebody of authority. This is often, this could be like it is an Emperor, right? But this could also be like somebody in a work. It could also be, somebody in a position of authority, someone who has a strong standing reputation, and they are well established. They are confident. They have, all of their, they are just in a position of power, really, right? So how this could be a challenge, this could be a challenge in the sense that, you might have an authority figure. Maybe you're bucking the trend and you're kind of disagreeing with this authority figure, right? And I just got something at work. I got something related to work or something where you might have to convince somebody more senior and presumably respected and older than you. You might have to convince them of a different way of doing things. And so this could be your challenge of the month. If you are facing off with somebody higher up, whether you're positioning a product, you're making a proposition or proposal, you might get a little bit of feedback, and it might not be the most positive feedback. Or let's not say that. It might be positive feedback, but it might challenge you to look at something in a different light or a different manner. And that's kind of like what this challenge could be. And you might be a little fearful. This person is somebody who is pretty well established in their business, who has a lot of, clout in the business is kind of what I'm getting. These are all the things I'm kind of getting. And you might find yourself in a position where you're trying to convince them or sway them and persuade them. So think about how to, handle that. And, think about like what that really means, and how you can be most effective in convincing or swaying somebody. And again, like embodying the law of attraction, as Neville Goddard always says, visualize that scenario in your head as if it's occurring right now, and or envision it after the fact, and envision somebody who's actually patting you on the back and they're congratulating you for your hard work and the excellent job you just did in nailing this presentation. That would be really amazing. Okay. In the area of the solution and the path to alignment, we have the Five of Swords. This could be you emerging victoriously. Like when I look at the challenge next to this card, okay, if you're represented by this person here, and this could be, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female, but inherently this person here, he appears to be somewhat victorious. He's looking over his shoulder. Let me finish my thought. He's looking over his shoulder, and these two are walking away. So seemingly, like he's got the swords closer to him. Seemingly, he has persevered and he has prevailed in whatever this is. So if you really want to look at these two side by side, your main challenge is going up against this person, or maybe trying to persuade somebody. But this is suggesting like your path to alignment, like suggests like you're going to get there and you're going to be victorious. So I think that's one way to handle it, right? So if we want to think about law of attraction and then just embodiment, think from the space where you're being congratulated for your job well done. And then you're thinking about maybe even this person that's represented by the Emperor is kind of really maybe giving you some very positive feedback and saying, kind of demonstrating that he or she is kind of almost enlightened by what you're saying. So really kind of a great way to kind of see these two cards, I think. So Yeah, I do like these two combinations. Fives, typically the fives in the tarot are change or conflict, right? This could be, that like ability to change too, right? I think that's as far as like when we talk about an alignment and a solution, if you're flexible and you can demonstrate, maybe you meet this emperor figure halfway, or you meet them somewhere, and maybe you don't get to exactly where you thought you would be, but maybe you would arrive at a better solution or something else that's a bit of a compromise. Okay. Again, I think that's a great way to be there, because what I think this is going to do is when I look at the end of the month, how will the month end and how to make things work. I'm looking at, we're getting the Ace of Wands. This is a whole new passion. This is a brand new beginning. This is like a new start, which is interesting too, because right, the month coming in with these two tens. So it's kind of like we're wrapping something up. We've kind of reached the finish line here. Like you've got the home life, the family life. You've found like the love of your life. Maybe you're experiencing a period of where things are going well. If you're dating, maybe it's going very well. You're feeling very connected with this person, maybe not even just from a chemistry standpoint, but maybe even just interest in things in life. That is like an amazing thing to have, right? That's really part of the glue that keeps a relationship going, is like having that connection beyond just a sexual connection. The sexual connection might need to be there, but it can be important to have like a mental, a spiritual, whatever really is most important to you, right? You'd be able to connect on those particular levels. So when I look at this, and I think I called this like what will make things work, hey, listen, finding a new passion, whether this is like how the month will end or how things will work, because I had written out a couple of different, spreads, and I think I just inadvertently kind of mixed them both together. So I think I read this as how or what will make things work. The other one was what it was intended to be was how will the month end. So take whatever resonates the most with you, okay? But like I said, this is kind of going from like the completion, like reaching a good spot here, and maybe you're redirecting your focus, and you're like, you know what? Okay, yeah, I've got I'm feeling really good and prosperous, but like now, like what really lights me up? And maybe you're finding something as the month moves into a close. But even like, how do you make things work? Whether it's here, if you're pitching something to somebody, if you have passion and excitement and enthusiasm, that's going to make it work, right? If you're looking at this from the enthusiasm standpoint, from the second point, which was how will I make things work? Finding the enthusiasm, because when you're enthusiastic, it just shows, right? Your energy is so high because you're just really excited and you really just enjoy it. We all know people who've spoken to us, in front of us, around us, and they're passionate about what they're talking about. And it can be much more captivating and interesting than somebody who is kind of like lackadaisical and has no interest in whatever it is. So this is a great, end to the month. And let's see. So for the last one is how do we get there, right? And what I love about this is a key theme in my mind from the law of attraction, right? So this is like, how do we get there? How do we get to like this point where feeling this great satisfaction, having reached this? Maybe you're manifesting. You're kind of manifesting. You're going to be looking around this month. Maybe it's starting, and you're like, holy shit. I have said I wanted these experiences with family and friends. Maybe I've wanted this family life, or this. I wanted to feel like loved and appreciated and valued. Maybe you're feeling all of that, and I want to feel like I'm getting the money that I deserve, and that my contributions at work have been really beneficial and really contributed. And I think you're feeling that, right? So how do you get there? I mean, look at this guy, like the Seven of Pentacles. Now, what's really resonating with me is the fact that he's kind of stopped and he's kind of looking around. He's taking stock and he's expressing appreciation. Anytime you express appreciation, again, you're telling the universe, more of this, please. And you will see more evidence of things along that line, okay? Things that will bring you the same type of satisfaction and excitement that you feel, you will start to feel that. So, great card to have here. Keep that in mind as I do see a lot of connectivity here. So overall, I'm really loving this reading. I think this is great. Went longer than I thought it was going to, but it was just, kind of coming to me as we were going along. So let's look at one of the Whispers of the Ocean. We'll kind of see. I'll pull two of these. We'll just kind of see what does it say. Oops, for the month. We will start right here. We'll pull two cards. Okay. So, gliding through currents. With a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease, going inward and bringing your understanding and perspective or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. Okay, so a different approach. That could be tied back to this. This could be, I know we called this like the solution. How do you align? And kind of maybe this is showing you were kind of being victorious. That could be maybe this different approach. So if there's an opportunity to adopt a different approach, by all means, do that. Okay. The next one, a mutually beneficial venture. There is an extraordinary connection at the forefront of your life at this moment. Utilize this relationship to benefit everyone concerned. There is an extraordinary connection. So could that tie back to these two tens? Ideally, maybe like, well, it could be either one of these two tens, right? Cups or the Pentacles? Absolutely. So utilize this relationship to benefit everyone concerned. Sounds like we're off to an amazing July. June was a great month. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Happy July 4th to you all. And we'll be back again real soon.